Rokafella, I know that you have a very unique point of view as a native New Yorker.
Yeah, I think when we had that conversation in the conference call, some things really sparked in my mind about when I was younger, and I grew up in East Harlem, Taft Projects, and then we moved to the Bronx, and I remember watching Double Dutch, and then trying to get in, trying to get down, and it wasn't easy. There was like rules of engagements that I had to learn. It was like this social thing where I had to figure out how to get in with the in girls, with the cool girls. They were older, they had it going on, they had the outfits, they had the rope. And so how do I get in? And so at a young age, I was learning how to socialize and how to work with the hierarchy, even as an 8-year-old or as a 9-year-old. And so I think that was one of the things that gave me the blueprint for when I was gonna jump in a circle for hip hop, which is the same thing. You better be good if you're jumping in a circle where the dancers are amazing. You have to get to know who is the regular, who's the star, and start to make your way. How do you conversate with those people, you know? And so for me, Double Dutch laid down the foundation for who I was gonna become as this, like, you know, B-girl, you know, veteran dancer. But for me, in the 80s, everybody remembers breakdance being like the kickoff, the jump off of hip hop, and it was pretty much male dominated, right? We can all agree that that was kind of like the boys getting down. And there were a few girls, I never take away, you know, credit from the girls who were there at the beginning, but around maybe late 80s, right, to the 90s with, you know, the onset of Mary J. Blige and stuff, the girls were here. They were in the circles, they were starting to push the trends that were happening, and the styles weren't on the floor. They were up styles, and they were jumpy to me. They were up. Almost, and I hate to compare it to that because someone had tried to disrespect the dance by saying, oh, hip hop is like aerobics, which is not in any way, but it was jumpy. And so I feel like, for me, it was similar to jumping Double Dutch. It was similar to being up and, you know, having that double bounce. And so I had told you guys that I felt like Lindy Hop, African dance, of course, has that double bounce. And so here we go, and we're bringing that forth again. And so some of the steps that we did, you know, were up, jumping. Of course, they had like 4 count, but it was, for me, it was just the girls saying, we're here. You guys had your time, love you, respect. This is our time. And when you look at how the globe was now copying what we were doing, I feel like women now had the spotlight. And so that's just something I want to say that comes from Double Dutch, even though it comes from way, way back. It comes from yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So can we talk a little bit about Double Dutch's relationship to hip hop? Because a lot of people don't know the history, and we have some people in the house that really helped pioneer and cement this relationship. I know with Fantastic Four, where are you? There you are. So many people don't know that in 1982, I believe, 1982, Fantastic Four went out on tour with African Bambaataa and the Rocksteady crew.
The Fresh Fest. What? What's going on? The First Timers? The Tigers.
The Tigers.
Represent, represent. I like that.
Yes. Yeah, so they traveled to Paris, France with Fab Five Freddy. And it was before Fab Five Freddy made the Wild Style. Y'all know that documentary? And there's some documents that say that he was interviewed and he said, like, had he known that hip hop was going to be hip hop, he would have really cemented Double Dutch as a part of the culture because it was intrinsic to who we were, who they were, and creating at that time. So I think it's really important to mention that.